Hello, welcome to some MCS gameplay. Here we're about to start um, one of the games this weekend. I'm recording this to have some good gameplay of this team. I only live once and life is short, so I did this. I played 20 some games over MCS over the last 2 weekends, and I wanted to at least have some recording of this team playing. This is a victory. I didn't I lost more than I won, but this was a game I won. Here I have Cam Ward in the game. Go empty set to start off just to see what I'm up against. He's in 3-3 Cub, and so I don't kind of just see if there's going to be a seam route, and he does play a cover two with the real deep middle backer there. So I'm just kind of filling out the defense to start off every game. Usually the opponents are football players or play a lot of Madden, and so they're good. I may have had a better team in this instance. He's using Pace, who I don't think is very fast, but nonetheless here. So I just still filling out. Guess he's in cover two, and I do a run here, just trying to figure out what he's doing. I think finally I can tell he's in cover two, not cover four. So he could be playing man coverage too. But is what I do is I use this play here, a shallow cross version, trying to get the receivers or the tight end open, and I get the tight end open in the flat. Shallow cross seems to be really popular, really the meta offensive play. It's really hard to cover the tight end on the drag route. So now I run the crossing route, and whatever his zone drops are, they aren't usually YSell's pretty good at busting zone drops there. Tight end did get open, and he isn't getting any pressure. Um, Decide to run the ball again. And it looks like I can run the ball, but he does have a good team. It seems like using AJ Hawk like me. Not sure if he has a 50-50 team, but um, it does seem to have a good team. So here again, try to get a run in, and I stay in shotgun. Uh, he is playing good. It is good defense. So I go into tight Y off. Have a lot of options here. And yeah, I think I'm trying the drag route with the tight end again. And then I have this return route with the receiver. Four receivers on the right side. Of course, he doesn't play man coverage. Probably, yeah, just nothing open. He gets a pick I throw it to the running back on the Texas route, and he made a good play on it. Wasn't much open. I just wasn't sure if he would be able to intercept. He does make the good interception there, and makes the catch. Um, so now I'm on defense. Go into my 3-2. Not much adjustments to get into 3-2. And he's possibly running the ball here. Nose tackle kind of stuffs the run up the middle. Fairly good with his reach elite. I think reach elite does work good like inside stuff. Um, so here, okay, so there I pinch my D line because he goes no huddle. Takes off and runs. But he does go no huddle, so now I'm looking at 3rd and 2. Pinch my line and maybe play hard flats. could go man coverage, but it looks like I'm just playing hard flats here. Yeah, cover four hard flats. And he runs the ball. My guys basically play good coverage. I'm nowhere in the play. I went for the run and on there and took the play action, but he didn't have nobody open. So he does decide to punt, make a little adjustments on my 3-3 for next time, and then punt return. Guess if it was me, I'd wait to no huddle. I wouldn't no huddle right away. I would maybe must be sure on offense what to do. But so here I go on offense again. I kind of have a good idea of what he's running. I go into my four wide receiver set. Kind of think maybe I can have an advantage with four wide receivers, so I used it a lot. Here I do a shallow cross, and his cover two doesn't work. He stays in cover two, and I was able to get a seam route on that on his cover two. For some reason, he's playing a cover two. And my shallow cross, I think the shallow cross is the meta right now, but the seam routes, there's always a chance on in shallow cross to get a seam route open. So here I missed the field goal, and it's 6-0 in the first quarter. Here I like to kick the ball to the right, and then I can click. Kicker's not much of a tackler. I can click over and become one of the safeties to make the tackle. Seems like it's pretty good coverage. So here I'm ready. I'm more ready. So I go into my 3-3 because he does play under center. So this is more to stop the run. This defense 3-3. I have AJ Hawk on the field now. It's more designed to stop the run than the 3-2 dime. So he goes no huddle again. And I'm just playing cover four. I can adjust my zones a little bit. Gets a guy open between my coverage. He is using Lamar Jackson. A lot of times, what I would do is instead of playing hard flats, I would give him the hard flats. I would play sort of a QB spy, and AJ Hawk plays mid read. So I'm kind of, but then of course I will drift if I will maple one side if I see a guy running a corner or a crossing route. But pretty much, a lot of times I'm playing QB spy in the flats. See how it goes here. 2nd and 4. Yeah, I stay up close, cover the flat. He makes a good play. Good play for the first down. But I stay in my zone. I also go to man coverage. Also switch it up and play man coverage. But first, here it looks like I do switch it up to man coverage, and he runs the ball. Um, and he goes no huddle again. Looks like I may stay in my man coverage here. Man coverage seems to be the meta right now with some sort of blitz, zero blitz. There, I almost had a pick. I thought maybe I had a pick six right there, but Andre Bruce just makes doesn't make the catch. Now, okay, so now I think it's 3rd and 7. So I go to my 3-2, play the flats. Um, really not sure what to do here. Did not blitz, but he didn't have much of a play there. I switched up the defense on him a little bit. Maybe he was expecting the same defense, and I had a different defense and tricked him a little bit. So here now I'm back to my I think this is more better defense, but it is man coverage. Go man coverage. Maybe I shade outside and then I cover try to help with the crossing routes. Um, a lot of times I would go to man coverage blitz with shade outside, especially on tight formations. I go shade outside and then try and help with any crossing routes. Okay, so he just turned the ball over. So now it's first my ball again. I go four wide. I did like to use four wide a lot in this tight offset there. Here I get a first down running the return route. Um, Stay in my four wide. Um, is try and get him out of the cover two. So I have my seam. I think maybe I do another version of shallow cross, but this time I give it, the running back runs the Texas route. Tight end gets hung up, but the running back gets open. There's the shallow cross I ran earlier, and then this one is almost the same play, trying to just bait the user to cover the tight end and then throw the crossing route or the running back on the Texas route. Here, this play is also a run play, works pretty darn good. In Patriots playbook, it has bunch offset close, and then he'll motion over into strong bunch. Here, the same thing. He motions over, kind of just playing complementary football. Instead of running it, now jet over. He may have been thinking I was going to run the ball again, but the running back, it's kind of a hard flat route to cover if you're not ready for it, and most people aren't ready for it. Used it a lot. Um, Besides my tight offset, tight end, used bunch offset uh, too. So here I got to go for 2 points to miss the field goal. I just at this point decide maybe a reverse would work, and it did. Again, kick it over to the right, and there's a way I can just click onto one of the safeties if he's not returning it, but if he would, um, and then it helps not to get it returned for a touchdown. So here I go into again my 3-3. I don't blitz a lot except when I go to man coverage. When I switch to man coverage, it blitzes. But for the most part, in my zone, I don't blitz. And here I'm just mapling the right side. I think I maybe played hard flats there. I change up the zones a little bit. There, I had my guys play hard flats, and I mapled the medium area. Here he's an empty, and so I may have just played the first down sticks, played the sticks. A lot of times in empty, I'll play the sticks. Doubles hip, so I go to 3-2. Here I'm in 3-2, and I didn't play the flats there. A lot of times I'll like to just play base coverage, and then if they keep throwing to the flats, then I'll start to play the hard flats for interception. There, maybe my guy, if he would have, that was a really fast pass, but very close to being picked off because I did play the flats there. Here I'm kind of doing QB spy and had good coverage. Usually I have a mid read, and then I did a lot of QB spying um, in these, especially in this game with him having Lamar Jackson. 4th and 2. So here I'm guessing I'm going to go man coverage. Yeah, I think I did switch to man coverage, shade outside because he is in a tight formation. Then I'm looking for drag routes. He does have, but my guy still made the play. There he made the right read, and my guy just made the right knockout. Good defensive play. I think it was probably Andre Booth who made that breakup. So I go four wide. Um, Maybe trying a long pass here. It's covered, except, of course, I know he's been playing cover two, and there I got lucky with this. I knew he's been playing cover two, and he had a step. My receiver had a step right there with the seam route, play action seams, and he just makes a good catch over the middle linebacker in cover two. So here I go, shallow cross again, have good protection, and they covered my tight end, but he didn't stay with the crossing route. A lot of times they'll start to cover the tight end, but it's hard to stick with the halfback on the Texas route or the receiver on the crossing route. And even in man coverage, it's hard to keep up. Just made this pass on time and very close to being out of bounds. Totally missed the field goal. Do not like this new field goal kicking thing, kick meter, but I just do tap tap versus the other method, and I still miss field goals right now. If it's slow, it's pretty darn easy to do the kicking if it's slow, but when it goes fast, there you can see I kicked it. I clicked on the Hamilton, had pretty good coverage. See what he's doing. A lot of times this is my standard defense with AJ Hawk mid read, and I can kind of roam the field, read the play. He makes a good play. Fitzgerald, 1st and 10. I was playing the hard flats. I had guessed that he was gonna. I guessed wrong with playing hard flats there. At some point, I don't know if I noticed. Sometimes I'll play AJ Hawk at 5 yards, sometimes at 10 yards. Right now, it does look like it's at 10 yards. Um, if I have to do too much QB spying and the player does too much running, I put the AJ Hawk at 5 yards zone mid read, and then it helps stop him from running QB sneak so much. Here I'm in 3-2. Looks like I am just doing a QB spy, covering the running back. He takes off, goes the other way. It's pretty smart. Send the running back one way and then run the quarterback the other. Kind of had to watch. Yeah, here I change it to 5 yards to maybe help because I don't want to do QB. I don't want to keep having to be QB spy. So AJ Walk is in mid read. and then I play more, and he takes off, runs again, but there I get the fumble. That was just bad. He's playing pretty good, almost had us, but he should have died. He should have slid, and he didn't, and somehow he does eventually fumble. So here, get back in empty. See what I end up deciding to do. Dump it off. Has pretty decent coverage. That his cover two with his middle linebacker going really deep for almost a cover three, I guess. And he's playing the slot. And there I made a bad play, I guess, just kind of looking for something deep. He's covering deep routes really. Um, has decent coverage for deep routes. Maybe he is playing some cover four. So I dump it off tight end there again. And I only got 20 seconds left. I think I don't end up scoring here. I try a corner route, nothing's open. Try this route, not seam route's not open. End up just punting it at the end of the half. Could be a closer game if he would have scored. If it was 27 here, I do think he gets the ball in second half. Yeah, I have to kick the ball, so could have been a closer game, but luckily my defense stopped him a few times, got a fumble recovery. He stopped me once though too with the interception. There again, you guys, mobile quarterbacks kind of are just one reason why I don't play man coverage, play more zone because zone coverage may be a little bit better against mobile quarterbacks. There, my guy, McKinney, I guess that acrobat maybe worked a little bit. Probably shouldn't, nobody was really open. Um, and he just threw it up, I guess, threw it up for Hail Mary there. And um, one reason why I've got acrobat on both safeties is because it's diving catches and swats. So it is almost like pick artist too, which helps the safeties catch more jump balls. I get a good run, just run double Z close. I think I try and run out the clock here now. Figure if I score here, probably the game, the other player will quit, concede. Um, Here I try a slot cross, and he's open through the zone. And kind of just use, I think, to run the ball a lot of times in this Payet's um, playbook. I use doubles. Here again, I use my shallow cross, put the running back on a Texas route. Could get the receiver on the seam route. Probably right there, my receiver was open on the seam route. Um, he's playing, it's kind of tough to tell sometimes if he's playing cover two or cover four, but my running back was open also. So now that I'm in field goal range, kind of just start running the ball to run the clock out, chew the clock, and stay in field goal range. Um, Here I may audible to an I, get a lead back. Looks like he's playing a 3-4 coverage. Here I thought maybe I get a first down, but I don't get many yards there on second and three. Now it's third and three, so I go back to shotgun. Decide that this formation, get the return route again open for first down. Just trying to mix up the offense from running back to tight end to receiver. Here I do a tight Y off, run the ball again. Trying to get some sort of touchdown run, I guess, really. Here I almost had touchdown run, but not. But only 3 yards, not much. He's playing pretty much bend but don't break defense, 3-4, sitting in a 3-4 type of defense. Not easy to run the ball in three against 3-4. Here instead of a stretch, I do inside run. Think this there. I got reach elite on Barkley, and he got the first down with the reach elite there. That was really close for the first down. Here, wing pair again, reach elite. Would have been close, but I think it was inevitable to score a running touchdown there with Saquon Barkley. So got to most of the third quarter gone, and game is conceded. Won a MCS game. Nothing else. Um, for now, hopefully this has been helpful, informative for Madden 26, uh, most feared challenge MCS game.